it seems like coming from Poland, coming from not having food, from being in prison, from all these things that are going on, it seems like when you get to America, you've just got this like drive just to live and make things happen, and you're going to free fall and you get it done in 4 days, and then I'm going to become a jump master, and you're working as hard as you can. It's like you have this open freeway in front of you for the first
America.
time.
You can be whatever you are able to be. I can't say whatever you want to be, because I want to be astronaut. I'm 60 years old. I ain't going to be astronaut out of me. But you can be whatever you are able to be. There is nothing to stop you. Like different countries. What's your background? Who is your mom? Are you communist, or are you belong to socialist party? So we can help you. But if you know you cannot be in these positions, you cannot go to college even if you are not part of the socialist youth organization. So for me, there was like the entire world open. I could be whatever I was able to be, and there was nothing stopping me. So even more makes me that stick to my word. I want to be the best citizens. I want to make this country the best can be, and contribute to it. So that's where the first Persian War came out, and I just became U.S. citizen at the time. So I was like, okay, I can't build the jobs for these people. I'm not rich enough. I don't have resources, but I can fight for them. So this is my country. I'm going to go and sign up. I had no idea how to do it. I remember in post office, I seen those draft cards sometimes that you fill it up. So I say, I went up there, I fill it up, I send it out. I packed my shit. I was living with other skydivers at the time. So they said, what's going on, Drago? Where are you going? I said, I'm going to war. I just sent out my papers.
And this is the first Gulf War.
First Gulf
right?
War,
So
yes.
it's 1991.
Yes.
The first Gulf War kicks off.
Yes.
You want to go fight.
I want to go fight.
So you go down to the post office. You grab the, what's that thing called? The selective service form.
Yeah.
You fill that out.
Send
it in,
pack my shit.
Pack your bags.
Pack your bags, and that's like anytime now. So, nothing happens. The guy's like, Drago, I don't think this is the right way to do it. But you surely want to go into war, man. There's a war going on up there. I say, yeah. I mean, you have to help. I came here with nothing. And everything I have, I owe to America, to this country. I need to do something. And the best way I can do is go and fight for my country. So, that's. I'm waiting on the event simulator. Sorry, but this selective service doesn't apply to you. You are too old. So I was already 31 at the time, going 32. And so I say, fuck. I will find my way into that war. So somebody said, hey, why don't you go to recruiting office? I said, sure. I went to the army. In Poland, army is everything. This is like army. You're talking about army, Air Force. For me, at that time, everything was army. So go to army and say, okay, this is me. I would like to join military. I would like to go to war. It's like, okay, what do you want to do? I say, I fight. There's like, no, like jobs or something. You have any skills? I say, no, not really, but I will do whatever you tell me to do. I just want to go to war. When the war is over, I will go back to my normal life. But I think just for the duration of the war, I would like to join the military. They say, okay, well, let me see. Or they look at my documents. Or they tell me what to bring. So I bring all that stuff. They did all the work. Say, so okay, so we put you as an infantryman. I think it was infantryman and stuff. And I say, absolutely, thank you so much. I'm ready to go anytime. And then SEALs show up in our drop zone. They were doing demonstration jump, leapfrogs in Memphis. So we start talking about it. And we jump a few times together. I said, they're such cool guys, And so they, It's like, but before they join the Army, why don't you try the Navy? Just go and ask recruiters about SEALs. I was like, SEALs? What's the SEALs? But the Navy, these cool guys, I'm jumping. They call themselves SEALs, so I'll just go and ask, hey, I went the next door and said, I'm applying here for Army, and they have all my paperwork, but I met some friends who told me to ask about the Navy, and I'm just asking about the Navy. Who those friends are? So they're calling themselves SEALs. Oh, yeah, you can be a SEAL. It's like, but you need to get those paperwork from these guys. We put you in the Navy, and You okay? Then we'll just put you in the Navy. You will be a SEAL then. I say, okay. So I went down next door. So hey, I'm going there. So can I have it? They were pissed. They did not like it. But so anyway, I got my paperwork. I show up there. They look through my papers. And they're like, well, you know what? We can guarantee you the SEAL. There was a DIFER program at the time. So we cannot guarantee to you because you are way too old. You are even too old to qualify for the SEALs. But if you sign this paper here, you join, you go to boot camp, that will make you a SEAL. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I say, sure,
totally
you know,
hooking
that's
you
okay. I say, okay. But they say, but now before you become a SEAL, you need to get a job. You have to select the job in the Navy. At that time, there was no SEAL rating. You remember that there was you go to boot camp, you get go to A school, get a job in the Navy, and then you go to, if you're lucky, you are assigned to go to SEAL training. So I said, well, I don't know much what I want to do. I'm parachuting something with, how about being parachute rigger? I said, sounds good to me. So I had no idea what it was. It stuck me in this field for like as an E5 for years later. But I said, like, okay. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, make me at that time I was dating a girl too. So they say, okay, but if you want to go to that school, to PR school, you will have to leave this week. You will have to leave on Thursday. We'll put you in the delay entry program. And I think you'll be sworn on Thursday. You will leave on Friday, I believe. I think that was like short notice. So I called my girlfriend, hey, we need to get married right now because I'm going to the Navy. I'm just like, what? I said, I'm leaving to the Navy. I'm leaving this for this weekend. So we went to the judge. We got like stamp. We got married very quick. And then I show up in that, got sworn in. And Thursday I left to boot camp. And didn't become, there was like no intention to make me a SEAL. No. But, you know, for at that time, I didn't really care. I just wanted to join military. I want to contribute to the effort. I am American. I want to fight for my country. So whether being the parachute rigger or whatever, I just made the best out of it. But as the opportunity shows up, I say, why not to be a SEAL? I try it. And I did. I passed all the tests.
So that was in boot camp?
In boot camp.
They do that day where they go, okay, if you want to try for SEALs, you need to go take the test right now.
Yeah, there is like a day that actually there are different jobs. There's people that are coming and telling about their jobs. So there are SEALs, EOD motivators show up, and he talk about, I just couldn't sit in this fucking chair, just get out, just, hey, yeah, I want to go. So. And
now are you 32 years old? At this point?
At this point, 32 years old, I think.
What the hell kind of physical conditioning did you do throughout your life to get there and be in like good enough shape? Because they don't even let guys go to buds when they're 27 or 28 or something like that now.
I guess I got beat up a lot. And I just got conditioned by that.
Did you work? Were you working out this whole time?
Not really. I didn't know that the physical demands of the SEAL teams at the time. I was just like.
What about just in life though? What about just in life? Like like when you were working at freaking Saab.
Kickboxing, taekwondo. Yeah, that was just basically what.
Dude, you're a mutant. You're a freaking mutant.
Well, I just consider myself lucky that I was able to. The test is really not that difficult to pass.
Yeah, that's true.
It's still something, but if you're not prepared, you fail. But
so just so people know what you're talking about, you say the test isn't that hard to pass. The SEAL test that we used to get a chance to go to SEAL training was like, I think it was you had to do. It's some minuscule. It's like 50 push-ups in 2 minutes, 50 sit-ups in 2 minutes.
Yeah, 11
8
pull-ups.
8 pull-ups, 10 pull-ups, 11 pull-ups, and then a 1.5 mile run in 11:30 and a 500-yard swim in 11:30. Yeah. So it was something like that.
My struggle was with the swim, which I couldn't swim very well. So, but I took it. I got it. I passed it. So I'm so happy. I'm like, oh yeah, this is so cool. And then I got a kidney stone.
A kidney stone?
Yeah.
That's right, because you're a freaking old man and there with the kidney stone.
Yeah. So they get the kidney stone, and I remember that was so freaking painful. I mean, I was never beat up so hard that was so painful like this. But that was so painful that I remember they gave me that medicine. I think it was Demerol, and it's like didn't work at all. I said, I need something stronger because I'm about to go crazy. I'm I can't. That pain is so hard. So they gave me morphine, just like went away. But I remember this funny thing because the first time with this job, I had no idea what it was. I was laying in the bunk in the boot camp, and this pain came in. I just fell off the bed, and so they turned the lights on, and within like 3 minutes, I had this pool of sweat right under my nose, all dripping. I'm on my fourth. This medic comes in and says, "Hey, are you okay?" It's like, "Fuck, do I look okay to you? I mean, I can't move." I say, so they got me to hospital. I passed it, but that was not the worst thing. The worst thing is they told me, "Well, you're going through this medical thing. We're about to give you the medical examination for SEALs, but you had just had a kidney stone. You have to wait a year." It's like, fuck. But, my mindset was, I want to fight the war in any capacity. I'm honored that I have that privilege to go and fight for America. So for me, it doesn't really matter. So I said, yeah, that's okay. And so then I went to A school, and the A school I met, rest in peace, Les Barrios. I don't know if you knew him, but so Les Barrios, he was a motivator in Millington when I was going to my parachuting school. I said, look, I passed the test. I think I can easily pass it again. But I had this kidney stone, and I cannot. I just want to be a SEAL. So, is any way maybe there's some paperwork can be done? He just looks at paperwork. Yeah, I think you can. Just go get your medical record from your medical office. Bring it here. We'll take a look at it. So I ran up there and I said, "What magic he will come up with? I'm sure there's some paragraph or some regulation that will allow to bypass this stupid kidney stone." So I brought this record. And it's like, yes, right there. And it's like, yeah, I want you to leave the room here. I'll just call you in a second. And I could hear rip. It's like, so he calls you back. So the kidney stone, where is that? I was like, right. Oh, so he likes, I don't see any. I said, I don't see any either. You sure you had a kidney stone? It's like, maybe not. Maybe I didn't. Okay, well, you didn't. So, and I graduated from A school in Millington. I think we're on the second top. Everything from boot camp, I graduated top recruit in this whole batch. I got military excellence award. I was like very first recruit, actually, the top recruit from that batch, graduating. A school, I graduated, I believe, the second. With the second highest score. Mm. So I had things going on for me. And then I was waiting for my orders. He said, okay, I send it out for it. Hopefully it gets approved. And sure, 3 months later, got my orders to BUD/S. So that's the rest of it is a history.
You show up at BUD/S. What was there any major challenges for you? Was, like you said, you were not a great swimmer. How were you on the rest of the water stuff?
Well, the problem was that I could swim only on one side, and I never swim with the mask on. So they dump you in the pool and say, okay, I want you to swim here. This is side stroke. This is how you do it. But you'll be swimming all the styles that would tell you to do. And I was kind of okay with it. But when they put the mask on, after the first couple laps, I thought I'll pass out. I mean, I was like hyperventilating. I was blacking out. I see the black spots in front of my eyes. I'm about to die here. But they said, like, if I stop, they kick me out. So I ain't stopping. I say, I know that if I pass out, they will rescue me. There's those guys everywhere. They tell us that we are safe. So we are safe. So, I was blacking out, like, fell about to black out, having these black spots, but it became easier and easier. But I think by the time, like the next hour, I was like, shit, that ain't that bad. I can do it.
So what is it? Just like some weird, like, claustrophobic thing on your face or something like that?
No, I couldn't breathe through my nose, and I couldn't know how to breathe through my. Every time I took a breath, I sucked the water with it. So I think I was breathing water and air at the time, and I was coughing, I was suffocating, I was basically drowning. I felt like I'm drowning, and it's just I said I'm not going to quit. I'll just. I pass out and see what will happen if I have to, but I didn't pass out. And, I got better. Actually, by the time there was a fourth phase, there was a pre-phase when before you class up for the SEAL training. So by the time we graduate from the fourth phase, move into our real SEAL class, the instructors asked me to demonstrate the new guys how to swim the side stroke. So I became really good. I was never a fast swimmer, but I was a strong swimmer. I could swim forever.
And you didn't come up with any injuries or anything, being a 33-year-old guy going through buds?
Not at that time. The worst thing, I was always tired. I was looking at these young guys like, hey, let's go to the bar. I was like, dude, I can hardly move. I can't go to the bar. I'll still make it out to the bar here and there, but that was just like really painful for me because, again, I was not the intensity of it. It's not just the one time. Because like one time, like SEAL training, I think most of the people that one day can, like, yeah, he may survive. But it over and over and over, it just wears your body, wears you down, and eventually some people quit. So that was the most difficult for me because I did not recover as fast being 32 years old as other guys.
So what were your first orders? What team did you get?
I get to SEAL Team 2, and actually I wanted to go to SEAL Team 4 because I don't want to be called. I know SEAL Team 2 at the time operate the north part of the Europe and in Europe in general. So I say I just want to go to like Team 4. But a friend of mine said like, no, dude. You with your language, with your Polish, Russian, and I speak Japanese too. So with your languages, you be good asset in this European team and stuff. So I kind of like I switched it from the Team 4 to Team 2. I put Team 4 second, and just like, God, please don't put me in SDVs. I just, for some reason, I don't know, I was not maybe that technical person at the time, and the challenges to be a SDV operator is twice. You have to be a SEAL, but you have to have that expertise with these mini subs and with the operation of it. That for me, I felt was overwhelmed by that. What you need to know to be good operator in the SDV teams. So I chose 2, and I got my orders to SEAL Team 2. Went to jump school.
Did you go to Fort Benning?
Yes. For me, it was kind of fun time because, like when I was growing up, I was poor. I never had a chance to go to like a Disneyland or this type of thing. I could watch over the fence how children were playing around it, but I couldn't afford it. So when I got into this tower, I was like, holy shit, this is like a Disneyland, So I didn't care what the position they want me to jump. I was just like running out of it and woo! And yeah, that's, they kind of didn't like it, but they are very rigid. So I remember too, I had a lot of fun too because there was I think you went through the same thing.
Yeah.
So there is Fort Benning. So you stare next to each other, shoulder to shoulder, so close that basically you cannot even move. And then you just go to your line, you grab the line, they drag you, just do the PLF. I could never do the PLF right. I was always scared of PLFs. So, but anyway, I found out that if you like tip one of them from one end, it's like a domino effect. And those army guys, they would just totally fall down. They would stay in the back until they would fall down. And that was actually, I thought it was that was amusing. It's like, this is pretty cool. You tip one a little bit and the last guy just plops down. But my issue was that I don't like PLFs. So I made
so just so everyone knows, a PLF is a parachute landing fall, and it's a technique that you get taught for static line jumping, where it's supposed to minimize your injuries because you keep your feet and knees together, and you hit you kind of like roll. You sort of roll when you hit, and you keep your arms kind of tucked in, and it's supposed to prevent you from getting injured. Because when you're on one of those parachutes, you're still coming down really fast. It's not like what you see in the movies when guys can kind of come down on a free fall parachute and they flare and they just kind of tiptoe away from it. You hit pretty hard, especially if you're a heavier guy. The heavier you are, the harder you're going to hit. So they try and teach, and plus the Army's working with hundreds and hundreds of people getting thrown out of that thing, getting thrown out of an aircraft every day. So they try and teach the most simple way that they can teach hundreds and hundreds of people how to fall without getting hurt. Now, I also was not good at the PLF.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me. So I tried one time and just put my shoulder and I'm like, fuck, I ain't doing it anymore. So every time I jump, I just stood up. It was not a big deal because I had hundreds of jumps at the time. So I just jump out, just let it land, just stand up, and I was like, so it's like they had those black hats, they had those tubes. PLF, PLF private, PLF, I want to see PLF. I was like, Roger dead. And just throw my parachute and just roll on the ground. It's like, I can do those PLFs, you know, they don't hurt. The other one, I kind of, so that they knew from me, from not listening too good. Those PLFs, they were killing me, so I didn't do them. I avoided them.